Welcome to my game development stream. As always, first I start my development environment, then I play one round of my game, and after that I decide what I work on today. Starting takes a bit. Waiting for the terminal to be usable, one command to start stuff, wait for a few lines to appear so I know it's ready. The time I can read what I was working on or what I plan to do next. Still on class Spellmaker. I want more upgrades. 2 more starting spells was the idea, but I was not sure what to add, and 3 more box follow timer buffs. Okay, this was the idea. Okay, starting is ready. It runs in the browser. Localhost for me. I'm in the middle. I will start fresh. I have to check. Do I currently have? Wait. Did I not spend anything yet? Okay. Do I start fresh or do I play? I think Zero I cheated because I tested, so let's start fresh. Okay, I still first class, Spellmaker, which I'm the work in progress class. And I play the usual easy mode, I guess. So I do the lightning. I'm the guy in the middle, it's enemies, if I'm closer to them, they attack me. Above my head is my HP, if it reaches 0 I die. And if I die, I get a high score based on how far away from the middle I died. So the goal is to get as far away as possible. I get stronger the more enemies I kill, and enemies get stronger the further away I am. I think turret is next. I can even... So with that, create a new spell stage. This is now a turret, which shoots lasers. Which is relatively the strongest combination I can get. Next upgrade, Arbiter. I can use it. Let's do Arbiter, then I have my... Orbit around me, and again shoot lightning. Takes a bit of time until I have 360 protection. I have more mana, I should spare more. Okay, I can put autocast in autocast. So now he will automatically cast if I have full mana. And this should be pretty easy now. Proximity gives me an option of higher DPS, I guess. Proximity, Fireline. I'm not sure what I should take. Let's do Fireline. Seeker would be the next to effectively use it. And I have Seeker, perfect. Okay, new spell, let new spell go over. I want Fireline, attach Seek to it, and also go on autocast. So I have to care for projectiles. I take explode. Okay, I reach the end. Think for a moment. Did I ever check if I can rotate around Seeker? I have time until next boss. So next spell 3. I want Fireline, which seeks. And I want a turret, which rotates around the Fireline, which seeks. And on the Fireline I put... I'm interested. Drugs. And okay, okay. Very good. Now I probably just go in. Oh, I nearly died. What did hit me? The aura, I guess. Combat lock. Ice aura. Two ticks already. Okay. 900. Close. Damage meter definitely the lightning turrets because they are stacked up. And I had damage times 11, no times 10. 6 mana meter. Okay, everything seems fine. Didn't scale explosion. Everything worked as expected. Now, what do I work on today? I want more upgrades. And I was thinking about what type of upgrade might help. I wasn't sure about what next. The problem with lasers, this is not usable. I don't like it. Fire circle. Is an alternative. Explosion rectangle is relative similar to a laser. Box, be ultimate. Okay, let's maybe as a big idea make a spell which is a moving face. Be able to make a spell which is a moving face. This could be an idea. If I have the box, I could move it together. Box gives option to move multiple parts. Wait. What do I need more? How to animate? Let's make a spell which moving face, mouse opens and shoots stuff. And with stuff maybe versus fire. Let's make more, what the idea is. Mouse open and burst fire. Eyes. Do I want something can animate but doesn't have any damaging effect? Who knows? Eyes turrets which shoot lightning and explosion. Can I do something explosion type? Pose. Proximity explosion. Is this can this work? Ice are turrets which shoot lightning. This is doable. So let's just here 6i. Get everything I have. Face. I have an eye. I have an eye. Now I would put turrets here. Now currently proximity is, I think, a bit. I cannot make the entire thing move because there's no box. If I hit the box, I can also make it orbit. And the nose should be a proximity. I cannot delete, I cannot undo, which is bad, but say this is my nose, proximity things, turrets. He doesn't spit fire yet. Yes, lightning. And here should be explosions. What was my idea with mouse opens breath fire? Fire breath. Does this mean There's a fire breath condition. Also is a turret. I guess this is a turret which spawns fire, which seeks essentially. If I press this here, this press still a fire breath essentially. Although it did not live long, but this is fine. Which is be able to move the entire face would be, of course. The box thing would enable it. Now animate. Can move stuff around. Think a bit. Moving face. Is Boxer one thing I might want to create? Although it does not have. I think a bit. This is not really... This idea, it helps, but I'm not sure if it's generally useful in other cases. And I'm still thinking about Fireline. To visualize it is fine, I guess. These parts last differently. And how long does the box last? The box could be an entity which all the stuff follows. So it might be inefficient. We do not need to care about currently. Thinking what I want to do. And I want a mouse which opens and presses fire. I mean, I could, in the end, if I have the box, move these fire lines, but I cannot rotate. This might be difficult to... I don't think there are easy ways to make it possible. Like, the tools will become very complicated. Could also think about undo tool. Also something helpful. Ugh. Move stuff together. I think that I'm still not sure enough what I want to do. Hey, one thing is I have Seeker, which can seek infinite, but I could also have a follow idea, if I remember correctly. Here I have the follow idea. Ugh. Maybe I play one few more rounds. Let's do Spellmaker against small enemies, but not Spellmaker. Okay. So for small enemies, I think lightning was incorrect, but let's try again. With a mana cost of 2. I place this is 3. Let's try. Lightning is indeed not the correct one for this. I have turret, orbiter. I have to think of it. If I want, let's try turret and see. Because this I think is most helpful. So I reset, I make turrets, give them a little mana. And on stage I just give them weak lightning. I just spam these. Oh god. Essentially they have too much mana. Uh, 53 seconds. This is too much mana. Reset. Turret. And on stage. Cheapest spell. Okay. This is now I can spam these. Okay, explosion. Now I can make on stage just 2, 3 at once. I have to click less. Oh, didn't pay attention. So I failed. Is this because lightning was too weak or because I didn't click enough? Who knows? Make 2 spells. Explosion charge. I could charge it. I could orbit. With orbiter I can, if I get to it, I could save it maybe. Oh, I spammed too much. How much until... Okay, turret would have been the best. Explosion might be necessary now. Let's see if I can survive. I have to kill the other ones. I cannot orbit these. L3. But not too big. Okay, I said I cannot orbit these. I hope this is correct, yes. Nothing of these I can orbit, so it's a tool I cannot even level. $8,000. $8,500 until... Oh, this might be... Survived. Now, seek, move, charge. Charge I can use. Seek I cannot use. Move I cannot use. It has to be charge. Let's use charge for this. I should not. While this is... I cannot defeat the boss this way. Wait, I have to defend here. I have to make a spell for... Small. Okay, this can defeat the boss. 14 seconds. So I should... 3 seconds. Okay, I'm safe. Perfect. Autocast turret. I have lightning and orbit, so I can try turret. Okay. Go to spell. Reset. Summon one turrets. 4 mana. Maybe too much. Reset again. 3 mana. I'm 2/5. Sounds fine. I want you to orbit, so you follow me. And I want to weak lightning. Don't have autocast, I have charge. Oh god. I think autocast. No, I have gaps in them. Anticast new. Okay, so let's find out if this protects me. I could go to this one to kill bosses. A bit of damage in between. Okay. Seek. Fireline might be helpful, but I have no seek on it. Wait a second, I need fireline damage. The rest is... It seems to protect me. My turret wing. So I did somehow survive. I don't think. Let's go in. Oh, I even survived. Interesting. Okay. But how is Fireline usable currently? I think it felt too weak. So I can... Explosion was, I think, even higher single target if I have good aim for big targets. But it's more self-clicking. I can miss, and this makes it weaker. Fireline was, I think, the most damage for mana, but most of the ticks don't hit anything. But okay, all are usable, so again, what do I want to add next? I'm still unsure. I feel like creating... So let's take the box idea. What could I do with this? Or does it enable anything else? Move stuff together, seek on a box, and in there I put different turrets. Is possible. And the box disappears if all other disappeared. So I see a usage for the box, but it's only... Have to think more. If my... The box could be an ability which ticks the spells in it. But if they move related to each other, how is it about stages after it? Not affected, I guess. But if I have spells in the box, my search code doesn't find it. Oh god. Can I improve it? I think a lot, I guess. Thinking. Unsure how I wanna extend the Spellmaker. Mhm. So at least the box would enable me to make the moving face. When I This will be confusing, doesn't it? I have a box which wants to move stuff and an orbiter which wants to move stuff. So I have a lot of conditions. Can I have multiple move? Options can't I only allow one? Maybe I have to. So it gets complicated. I don't know. And I have to think how everything works together. And this could end up in redesigning code. Maybe there is no good solution if I make it too complicated. Mhm. So if I have a move, I wanted that a box, I wanted that my move is relative to the box. Technically, I could put a box in a box. When I play something, I have to check it in a box. If I assign movement on the stage before, I put something in, I prefer the box. Can I make, I don't know, a simple things through the box? I have move is no problem, seek is a problem. What happens if I seek something in the box? It will no longer be. Or it could behave differently also, no? I mean, my idea was that my eyes. Maybe a seeker is not allowed to leave the eye. And this would give me the option to No, a seeker is not allowed to leave the box. Does it make sense? That's a limiter, maybe. I think a bit more. Okay, this not leaving the box with seeker might work. What is about orbiter? Can only orbit things inside my stage. Or the origin, which is the box. Might be fine. But if my orbit object is in one spell, so I don't need to in one ability object, then I wouldn't find it for the orbiter. Unless I specifically add a search through it. I'm so long AFK that. Okay, I want to think more. The box creates problems, and it could work. Could add something I wanted to use. A moving face. Gives a lot of special condition. But it's doable. But it's not so much change gameplay wise. I'm not yet so happy about the idea. And if I have something like an attach tool, consider it a move option. So the one thing I have as my base phase and attach, so they move together. Attach finds the stage thingy and has to find the offset. This could work. Okay, so it's not a box, but it would be move attach to same movement as attached spell object, something like this. Seems to be easier than a box and can result in the same thing. And it limits that I cannot give this attached thing a different movement option. I think this fits better. But this also means I cannot move them in a different way. So I attach things together. This basically is a movement option. Follow and orbit are not too different, but I will see, I guess. So the attach gives me at least the moving phase. I have the fire line with 6. Can attach these things together. And it could have the same logic as orbiter, so this seems fine. Mouse opens is no longer possible. It is an open mouse by default, and I have a turret in there. So it essentially would be possible. I think I like the general idea of attach. Maybe this is my first thing I implement. But it only makes sense if I have a movement option before seek. I can attach so it follows the same. Move and orbit. What happens if I orbit's attached? It's possible. The orbiter wants to move around and it's attached. Tries to keeping at the same position. Doesn't this mean the orbiter wants to move more and more and more? Maybe. Okay, I will see what happens, doesn't matter. And I have to think about more starting spells still. Maybe I have something like randomized direction move. Or randomized angle. I'll think later about it. Should I start with move attach? I guess I do. Close others. I should start main to set the new version 343. Mark this as changed, please. Doesn't. Okay, now he does. Next is Spellmaker tool. I will be similar to Orbit. So maybe I copy. I believe I can copy here. Spellmaker to attach. And let's ref before index -1. Do I want this? My attach can be attached to the before. What is the case where this is possible? I have an orbiting turret which shoots proximities, and the proximity I could attach to the turret. Maybe. Does it matter? I think I keep the option in. Create tool, move, Spellmaker, create tool. No. Create tool, move, attachment, orbiter, attachment, attach. Start position center with index. I have to think a bit. IS. Start position in center. The orbiter has a center and this position where it starts. The attach doesn't need both. It probably just has position. I could call it center position, reference index. Next, attach. So then I can create object, move, attach. So this is an object. I don't need an angle, do I? Orbit radius, angle, tick change. So the idea is that I probably just need to know the relative offset. Angle tick change. No. So I have an angle tick. No. Not angle tick change. I have relative offset position, I believe. Let's go with this. Tool attach, work in progress. Looks good, Spellmaker tool. attach, oops, attach image orbit. I don't want the image attach icon. And do I have I can start with the orbit icon, I guess. Or do I have a different icon I can use for now? I mean, this will now load it twice, which is not good. I could keep it this way probably. I can replace this when I have the image. Tool attach. So it's a attach tool. No, it's a move tool. Attach. Attaches to close orbit. Keeps relative position. Keeps position relative to object. Okay, learns for upgrade to create tool. Subtype is move. Level total damage, okay. On key image attach. Okay, so far so fine. One key down. I think it will be orbit center, orbit center, orbit center. Determine closest orbit center. This is not what I want. Do I need a different logic here? This is the same. If orbit center, which starts 0, 0. The ref before index. I understand, so I tell it's before, which defines it. This would be the same for attach. Is it? I think I have the orbit center for paint reasons, do I? Index. What is orbit index? Ah, I remember. I don't need the position, I just need the orbit index, I guess. So it's different. I believe I just need to return a number. No orbit center. Which would mean I return the orbit index. I'm not sure. I keep this value, I guess. Q and stage ability, I only go over the first two stages? No. Here on stage is 0. But I'm not on correct stage. I have to think a bit. Yeah, I set the orbit center. Do I still need it? Might not. I have... Doesn't affect the orbit index. And let's see if I remove this, I probably also attach to object. Queued objects. I follow my stage to get the attached to objects. And it's basically I want to find the closest center to the closest index. Ability attached to index. I'm confused. When do I call this? Non-tick is not quite. This is on key down. I think I don't understand the attached to index currently. This was, I think I remember. Okay. This basically means I am on stage 0. And if I'm stage 0, I'm confused again. The orbiter can be on stage 0. I get an attached to index. Only on things which can stage. The logic is confusing me. Let's go to original. This is the one I call on tick. This is working. I'm confused. So I'm sure. So by orbit, of course, attached to. This is attached to index. I need one. If I press nowhere, would be bad. Okay, understood. I remembered. I need an unattached to index. If I don't have one, I have a problem. And then I would just return -1, I guess. Can this happen? I ignore the case exists. I would assume here has to be a attach index and should not happen, and if it returns -1, it should not matter, probably. Q in stage 0. I iterate until I have the queued objects. Then I calculate the distance from the relative position to orbit center. Here was the orbit center, the before object. Okay, I need this, I believe. I deleted too much. Orbit center here, I changed the orbit center because I return it. Here it has a second purpose, which I need these 3, I guess. Let me. And it's not orbit center, it's should I call it before stage center or something? And it would also start on 0, 0. But I should not call it orbit center. It is attach center. So I can attach it to my character. That's fair. Then I can even use it from the start. Okay, attach center is the stage before. Then I check the distance and then I go over all objects. Find. And in the end, the attach index is what I return. And the attach center doesn't even matter here. I believe. Or does it? Let's check. I don't use it in the for loop, so it should not have any effect. So it's slightly different. Return closest, attach center maybe. Okay, it's similar but different. I will keep it as its own function. So attach index it is. And this should have a value ref index. Attach index. You don't exist and you shouldn't be called orbiter. Attach. Okay. You are attach index. But wait, no, you are attach index, aren't you? Attach index, yeah, okay, you are attach index. I don't have a start position. I don't have a center. I had the ref index only. Work in progress. He's not happy. Center. My own center. I removed too much, I guess. I have the start position. No. Okay, I check again here. Start position it is. Is it? Start with the character. I start with, okay, let's try this. On key up, I with a tool, has to be attached tool. Work in progress, attach. Okay, I think this will be fine. One tick. I think I already fixed. Paint. Paint should be different. I want just a line, I guess. He could paint it because he remembered the position. So I need both positions, okay, because it makes painting easier, I guess. Which means I need to change it again, and then I'm very similar to Orbiter. And I am the same. I just visualize it differently. Okay. Then I change it. Determine closest orbit center. I will Spellmaker determine closest center. I want to export this. And it might not be in here anymore. And I might not be orbit anymore. Positioned, and it's not orbit index, it's object index. Not quite. Create object index. This might be the most. Then I want to move it, I guess. Let's put it in here for now. Spellmaker. It's not a tool. Create object. Okay, I can. Should also be Spellmaker. Okay, I changed a lot. What did I break? Calculate distance. Import. Fix orbiter again. You would no longer be used. You should now complain when I use a function, and you should be happy with this. There should be a second case. Yes. We're happy now. Attachment. This is now removed. I need center and attach center. So attach, this is not, do I still have the copy value? Yes, I have. Let's call it closest index and 10 center is position. Okay. I moved something here, which I believe I have to also closest. F index is closest. Attach. Chat center is also closest. Oops. Position. Okay, let's believe this might be correct. Now I don't paint a circle. I have a paint position. Orbit center, paint position. This works? Wait. This looks off. Spellmaker. Anything might check this. Would I expected that Zoom might break it? But it doesn't. Which means I have here the center. It's not orbiter, it's the attach. Radius is not what I use. Start angle is also not something I have. This is attach center paint pose. It's actually attach center, I believe. Now the paint position is, I have to believe this is already correct, and I'm not sure if this is correct. It doesn't matter. Begin path, angle reduction. Don't need end angle, I don't need arc, I don't have orbit end. I don't think I will have a move to line 2 and stroke. And I have do I have paint position? And attach center. Maybe this is it. Time will tell. Get move attachment. I don't have a radius. Orbiter. Attach. Don't have an angle tick change. What did I have? I just have the reference, more or less. Relative offset. So I have the references. I don't have angle tick change and angle. Orbit radius. Okay, let's. I have relative offset. Is it similar to here? Okay, I check if I have. I'm confused. Before I had the center. Pre-stage ability object X. Something is confusing me. Okay, let's understand the orbit. Again, I have orbiter radius, orbiter center, and orbiter start position. I have the same things. And this should give me my offset already, and I'm done. So X is attach. And X minus attach. Is it this way? Maybe. Why? Maybe this works. 7 errors. Get move attachment move by amount. Will find ability owner by ID. If I don't have an owner, I have 0, 0. The object, it has a center. I set it to the owner. But here it is center. I moved the orbit center and then moved this. New position. I think I return a position. So if I return 0, 0 means I don't move it at all. If it doesn't exist, this seems fine. But if I Else I return the player. No, no, no. Else I move the center. I'm confused. I have a new position, calculate move position. I have... Yeah, okay, this is not what I want. Hey, put back. So this position has to set it to an exact position. This is why I calculated a move position. Based on the center. Okay, so essentially I take my owner position and need call let attach position could be something like 0, 0. When I find the owner, I take the owner position. The new position would then be, technically I can do plus attach relative offset x, this one, or is it additive? I will find out. Either plus or minus. And here I have to return this. Okay. Now I have to have not found. Usually find objects. I try to find the object. If I found one, I have the attached position, I guess. And else I set it to false. Okay. This might make sense in my mind. I guess this might be it. I can test it, but I need to take a short break. I will be back. Please wait. And I am back, and it wasn't standby the browser bugs around. Okay, let's see. I did finish the attach tool, but the attach tool, there should be something missing. On one hand, I have. Why is it? Can it already work? I feel like it should not yet. Okay, I don't have an icon. This shouldn't be a problem. I do not call this. Probably in here. And probably here. Maybe this is it. Interesting. I will find out. So fireline, light proximity move. There's attach. Okay, it exists. It has orbit icon. Now I need a turret. So okay, this is something I can attach. Attach. I click here and move it here. Nothing happens. Okay, I have to find out what happens at all. The character attach here. What would be on tick, paint, maybe on key up. Let's try this one. Tool. Orbit icon doesn't matter. The work in progress. I have something. Center and attach center. I have values on here. He should have painted something, I believe. But I don't think. Is it? They are the same position, so it's essentially. But they are off. So 0, 0 is my player, and this is to the right. These values seem to be correct. Now my paint pose is okay, +0 indeed is nowhere. So is this a player character? The paint position. I guess it is. So I misunderstand the paint. I get the player, not necessarily the player, but some position. So I actually have here the center, then this can only also not be correct. But this might be a bit better. Let me. So, turret, attach. Okay, this seems fine. attach. This doesn't react. But orbit works. I can orbit here. So this one should also react on it. But it does only paint. Okay, OESM told me there was a disconnect. It doesn't matter. Something is not correct. This is my, let's call it start paint position, and I have end paint position. And I believe it has to be attach center. This also doesn't make sense, does it? I think they both start from here. Okay, let's try this one. I want 2 turrets. This is attach. Okay, this works. And you orbit now. It looks correct. You are the orbiter? No. You are the orbiter, okay. I'm confused. Oh, it's offsets the incorrect way. Ah. So where did I... It moves the correct way, but this might be it. Oh, again, third one, third two. Attach, so I attach you to this and you orbit. No, even... Okay, let's think again, but this is the correct position. I had negative before. It was on the wrong side. But it's the difference between these 2 points, isn't it? Should I think it through or just trial and error? I guess trial and error. Attach here, and okay, this looks correct. And now I could also, oops, that to it here, and I can attach you to myself. Now if I have this is okay, and if I do that, I have a big face, eyes, eyes, nose. I can now attach, attach, attach. I make here, I also attach these, can attach these to here, also fine. Now on stage, these are lasers, and this is fire and fire seeks. Fire seek, please. Okay. It broke. Something is not correct. If I attach these two here, does this work? Yeah, also I should let this one move. Okay, so it doesn't. Let's start simpler. Something is off, definitely. I have one. It might be related to specifically Fireline. So I attach you now to here. And this is already incorrect. If I attach you to here, I see the base problem. I think this was the start, and this is where I need to connect it for it to work. So it's Fireline related. And I essentially get the position. So I need, I want in this case to keep the visualization, but change how I connect it. This means if I get the move attachment, I don't use these values. Relative offset. Might be more complicated than I thought. I need to think. How do I get the offset for the Fireline case? The other cases should technically work. These are visualization lines. And they can technically move on the first tick. Does it mean I should have the real position of the Fireline? I need to check Fireline code, I guess. Does it get as information? Start position. This is an important position, I believe. which is essentially position 0. But I have no function to get this one. I should verify. Start position is yes. Then I have joints. It moves together. Okay, I see. Yeah, get relative Spellmaker position. This is the one I need. What case did I use it? Ah, for my casting, I remember. But I think I can use it for this case. This function should exist. It could be undefined. I need to think. I get the move attachment. It's too late, probably. I have the pre-stage ability object. Could be the player. Technically in here I could find the data. But maybe on mouse up on key up it's easier. Doesn't look like it. On tick, what does it do? Ah, I want the mouse position to know stuff. Remember. I get the reference ID, and this gives me so this relative offset. I probably have to add it here. Simply because of Fireline. And this is what I need to handle all the time. I get the position. But this is not this specific position I want. I could also return this one. Can I? I have orbit center as a word here. Wait, object term closest center. Is the closest center? Closest center. See, I'm at my target time, but I probably try to finish this. Have I currently broken? Oh, okay, yes, of course, of course. Not here. If I want to return the third value. Because closest center might not be the start position, which I now need to be dependent on. Or the attach. So I can put in the other position, which would here be the same. This is the first return, and then I have the only one more return. Whenever I set the closest center, I would need to relative position. This relative position. I remember. I guess I have to add the third value. This is, let's call it start position, and here start position would be closest center, closest center, thank you. I would probably need something like this, where I remember stuff, and I can easily here, and whenever I modify closest center, I would also need to check available from the start, available. Calculate this amount, calculate mana cost, can have create tool description at closest center. Take a tool select paint button. What did I call the function? Which I saw before, which I searched for. Did I search for? Did I Get relative spellmake position. Get relatives. Okay, I didn't. This function was optional, but first I need to know which values it needs. Just the create object. Is this one? Yes, it's attached to object. He is complaining that it probably can be undefined, yes. If this function exists, does it has to be outside? Or inside? I broke something. Yep. If I have functions, I do this stuff. I don't know if the case exists where only one of these exists. But let's do it this way, I guess. And probably something like this one, I guess. Maybe. I feel like this was, if it works, it would be lucky. Could be that if I don't find it, it has to be closest center. It also doesn't need to exist necessarily. I guess I have to try. Now I work in progress, relative offset, X is my start position. Minus the closest start position. Maybe I have to try. There's one more. I make good luck changes and hope it will work out. This does. Hey, wait. Technically, I don't even need to set it here. It's not important yet. On key up, it's very important. Oh, no. I just copied over. Interesting. I disagree with this, but I take it, I guess. I have high position. Oh god. I have no idea if this will work. This is no longer attach center. This should be attach X. I need to copy it, so maybe. I have no idea. Let's try, I guess. So I start simple attach. It failed. They are 0, 0, it seems. This means these are probably the same values. So I should check my data behind it, I guess. Maybe I won't be able to fix this today. State players, 0 player, character, abilities. Spellmaker, spells, created object, turret, move attachment. The relative offset is 0, 0. Not good. Center and touch center are correct. Also 0, 0. This explains why it's positioned where it is. Closest position side. Okay, they are the same. This is correct. So this calculation doesn't make sense. What is my calculation here? It's attach center, isn't it? And it's attach center. Okay, I think this is the one I need here. Okay, next try. Okay, again, I have turret 1, turret 2, and I have attach. Nothing changed. Okay, then again, break. Tell me, do I still value switch? Don't make sense on the move attachment. 0, 0 again. Why? Attach center is 0, 0. I am an idiot, it's center. Okay. Next try. Turret. Attach, cast. Okay, okay, it's now mirrored. Good luck. I believe this fixes it. Okay, I have again 2 turrets. I attach. They jump. I don't like it. The initial position is not correct. But now comes the next check. How is it? I have a circle. And I want to attach. Attach 1, attach 2. This looks correct. This is what I wanted to fix. But I still had the problem. I'm pretty sure that stuff jumped. Oh, the double attach was the problem, probably. Ah, no. Yes. I remember this guy. Are the turrets hitting me or melee? Okay. I am closer, but now there are again problems which I cannot fix today. So I am on tool move. Let's do work, attach to player correct spawn. Was this the idea? No, it's double attach. Incorrect spawn, I think. Double attach. But how should I figure this out? And I had one more work. What was it? Or did I fix it? Let's try a bit, I guess. So I can now paint my face. I have my turret, make a turret here. I now attach everything to something. Also here, also here, and you attach here. The entire thing now moves a circle, and on the stage with lightning, with fire, which why did you not accept the fire? Ah, turret max mana exceeded. Okay. And you should draw proximities, which on the next stage to explode. Okay. It's not quite correct. It's slightly moved. But it's closer. Okay, bug positioning slightly off. Why? Okay, next time, oops. This is Spellmaker tool attach. Commit. Now reload on my tests. Again, have no Spellmaker test yet, so all other tests should still work. I didn't change anything. And I need the icon. And I have another tool idea. The turret which shoots only if something is close. I could also make a tool which shoots in interval. Okay. All test works. This means I can push. I have icon. And I have another tool idea, which is, I forgot it already, repeater like toward what shoots in intervals, something like this. Okay, and with this, I guess I reached my end for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. The end.